Well, thank you for coming for your last talk of the Odoo Experience 2018. So I'm going to talk a little bit about, I call it simple credit management, okay? Because the system we put in place is actually very simple, okay? Not complicated at all. But, basically all of our customers are using it and they're happy with it, okay? So why not then, okay? I'm having some technical challenge in terms of going from slide to slide, so let me see. Okay, so Sodexis is one of the gold partners in the US, and we are located in Orlando, Florida. We basically help manufacturing and distribution companies improve their efficiency by implementing Odoo ERP solution with the highest return on investment possible. Okay? We always focus on, what's the best return on investment for our customers. All right, so I'm going to keep the talk simple too then, all right? I'm just going to start with an introduction and then we'll go straight into the demo. Introduction. All right, there we go. So very simple credit management. We developed it over the years, used by most of our customers. The main features is, the confirmation of a customer sales order is restricted if the customer does not have enough credit or did not prepay. Right? We have an option for a group of users to override the restriction. So even though the customer doesn't have the credit, you might want to, still allow it. Then we have also the option to eliminate the restriction from some payment methods. We like to have the payment method on the sales order. I know Odoo doesn't do that, but often once you're at the sales order level, you know how the customer is going to pay. We also have the option to put the customer on the credit hold. Once you put the customer in the credit hold, then we even stop the delivery orders, okay, because you don't want to do anything anymore for the customer at that point. And we have also the option to test if the customer has any invoice overdue by X days. So sometimes our customers, they want to say, okay, I don't want to do the next sales order if the customer hasn't paid the invoice from the last one. All right, so the demo. Yeah, so I'm going to do talk about a customer with $1,000 credit, a customer with no credit. I'll show you the no credit testing for some payment method, overdue invoice by X days, and then if I have time, the credit hold. Alright, so let me get to that. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's just create a quotation. And here I have a customer, with a $1,000 credit limit. And I'm just going to add a product, graphic card, 880. Save that. You can look at the customer, accounting. They have a credit limit of $1,000 and the total credit used so far is 0, okay? This is actually an Odoo field that we know, to which we added a few things, okay? And I'll go over that. All right, so at this point, we should be able to confirm the sales. Okay, so it's confirmed, the customer has credit, so no problem, the total is below that amount. All right, I'll just duplicate that. Okay, so let's say the customer calls you again, and now they want to, be able to order a second one, and then you get the message that the customer is over the credit limit. It's as simple as that. Okay, not letting them confirm the sales order. Okay, so you're aware of that. And at that point, because I'm the admin at this point, or I have the, I have the access, then, I can override the credit limit. So I can just do that, save it, and then at that point, I'll be able to confirm the sale. I should be, okay, here we go, okay? I override the credit limits, okay? And, you know, this way, you know, I can still process the whole, you know, sales order. Now let's say customer call again. Yeah, okay, I should mention there. The point is that you notice I didn't create any invoice. So we're including the sales order in this total credit calculation, okay? Okay. And we actually also include, you know, whenever you create an invoice from that sales order, then, you know, of course, that sales order is invoice, but we include the invoice that are also in the draft state, okay, that are related to a sales order, because then, you know, that's still the credit, okay? All right, they haven't paid yet, all right? All right. Now, if I go to the next step, which would be, okay, let's say the customer come back again and still want to, you know, order something, then when you select it, you know, now that they're over the credit limit, then you get the credit warning, okay? You can still, you know, you get the warning at the time you select the customer, because then you're aware of what's going on, okay? Makes sense? I think that's it for, you know, that's as simple as it is, okay, in terms of just, and I think, you know, it's pretty standard. Other people have done that in the past, okay? So let's go now to, you know, the customer that doesn't have any credit. So you keep it at a credit of 0. All right, so here's the customer with no credit limit, with 0 credit, 0 for the credit limit. Okay, here it is, okay? And I think, you know, we have, at first, what we did, we implemented that if it's 0, then it's unlimited credit, okay? Because for transition, it's sort of easier, okay? Because, you know, customers haven't had, you know, enter all the credit limit yet, so then 0 means that, you know, there is no constraint on the customer. That makes sense?
Yes.
All right. Okay, simple enough. So then, you know, I can just enter, you know, let me just enter something again, graphic card, confirm the sale. Okay, no problem, okay? For the rest, you know, it lets you just, you know, process the sales order. All right, I'll just cancel this. All right, then the next step we thought is to reflect on prepayment, okay? What if you required your customer to do prepayment, okay? Can we also manage those? And so what we did, what we realized, I guess, is that if you continue to use the system, even if the credit limit is 0, it continues to work, okay? And so all we did is we added a flag saying add prepayment test. So now we're gonna test those customers that even have a credit limit of 0. Okay? The net effect of that is that you know, when you try to enter a sales order for one of those customers, then you know, if there is no prepayment, you'll get the same warning. Okay? Let me show you whenever this loads. All right. Okay, so, you know, again, I'm going to create a sales order for that customer with no credit. All right, now you get the warning, okay? Because they have no credit with you, okay? And their credit limit is 0, even though they haven't used anything, but, you know, that tells you they have no credit with you. All right, nevertheless, I'm going to enter a product. All right. And of course, if I try to confirm it, then you're going to get the warning again, okay? You can't confirm, right? All right, and then the next step is, of course, you can override that as before, all right? But you can also add a payment, okay? So that's the idea here, is to say, all right, you're assuming that those customers are going to prepay for the sales order, right? So we added, you know, a link here to, you know, what we call open payment. Open payment is just a payment that's not associated with an invoice yet, all right? So then the customer send you a check, or, you know, whatever form of payment, you know, they give you, and then you can enter it in the system. So you're just going to create it. It's going to populate all the information for you, and let's say they just send you a check. So here we go, the bank, and I'm going to confirm that. So that's entering a payment, okay, which is included in the calculation of the total credit used. So now they have the credit, they have some credit because they did they did a payment. Okay, so very simple. And now if I go back to my sales order, I should be able to confirm it. Okay, that's it. All right, so very simple. Okay, but that allows us to take care of basically all the cases that I can think of. Okay, we have a customer that has a credit, then we limit what they can do. They cannot confirm the sales order, you get the warning, and then even if the credit limit is 0, that means that we expect them to prepay. All right, so, and you have the option to enter the payment, before you confirm the sales order. And once you enter the payment in the system, then you're going to be able to confirm the sales order. That creates a delivery. You can ship it to them, create your invoice later on, and associate the payment with the invoice. Very simple. Okay. Let me see what else. How much time do I have? Okay, I guess I still have time. All right. So let me just try the credit hold. I haven't tried that in a while. That should work. So I'm going to now put it on credit hold. So if I go back to the sales order, not only you cannot enter any sales order, but it should block the delivery order too. So if I try to validate that, okay, here we go. Okay. So when you put them on credit hold, to me that really means that you don't want to do anything anymore for that customer till the moment they contact you, or whatever you need to do. Okay. And then the overdue. That's the last thing. All right. Okay, so we have just a flag in invoicing. Okay, now I'm going to apply that test. That's going to test the number of overdue day. No, we call it the number of overdue day test. So if it's overdue by, well, I'll keep 0, let's say 3 days, then we'll trigger it. And then it's the same principle as the rest. Okay, you're going to get the warning. You're going to get the you're not going to be able to enter the sales order for that, that customer that has an invoice that's overdue. All right, I think I have one in there. All right. So I think here we go. Okay, so that tells you right away that that partner has an invoice that's overdue, and therefore you still have the option to overwrite it if you want to. Okay, but in principle you don't want to confirm any sales order for that customer. All right, that's it. Okay. I'm not going to go back to the presentation because it takes forever to load, but let me just say, so it's a very simple credit management system, nothing sophisticated, but it seems to work very well for our customers, and our customers use it, and they seem to be very happy with it.
Yep. One question for the payment. If we made a payment from the invoice, it will appear in the quotation?
No, because it's not open anymore. Okay, we just and anyway at that point the invoice is paid for, right? So that doesn't involve the credit limit anymore. Okay?
So we should do it from quotation. Click on the box and create a payment from there.
Yes, because it's a prepayment.
Prepayment.
You're forcing them to prepay before you even confirm the sale, before you want to do anything. Okay, you have also the option to send them like an invoice from the sales order. There's a module in Odoo that does that. Okay, if you want to. But you know, if you create the invoice and they are paid, then you know that's gonna be calculated in the total credit use as well.
Yeah, there's no need for the quotation.
Sorry?
There's no need for the quotation at all. Sales order after the invoice.
After the invoice. Yeah, I mean, no, the sales order we create the delivery, right? You still have to ship it to them, right? Okay. I mean, if you want to, you can also create a prepayment. We also handle that case, okay? So some people, you know, they want to create the payment because they receive the check and they say, oh, I want to show that, you know, I received a check from the customer. Some other people want to show that they have a prepayment, then you just create the prepayment invoice from the sales order and then pay it from there, okay? It works,
So it's
you know,
the same if we manage the payment from the accounting?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could also, it's just we had the shortcut there because, you know, they want to do a lot of prepayments. Yes.
Does it has a special role for accessing or for the overwriting of the credit?
Yeah, it's a special group. Okay? Yeah, you have to have that group access.
It's associated with the standard groups of sales?
Yeah. No, well, no, it's just a different group that we just, you know, but we could assign it, for example, to a sales manager, right? That would be easy to do.
Is it a standard functionality or is it customized something? Yes.
Sorry?
Is it customizing or is it just
Yeah, it's customized.
It's customized. Yes.
Yeah.
It's your own module.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is not a part of Odoo.
Base code, no.
So is
I don't
it
think Odoo has a credit management.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Yeah.
So is it available on,
Yeah.
is it available for sale or on the community or what?
I guess we haven't published it, so you can give me a call and we can see what we can do. We'll get it to you if you want. I mean, that's not a big, you know, it's not a big module. I mean, we make all of our modules available at no charge to our customers, okay? So we have developed, you know, hundreds of modules over the years and that do all sorts of little things that help our customers. And, you know, we don't charge our customer for the module, okay? But it's true that, you know, we prefer that you are a customer, of course. But, you know, we do contribute to OK as well, okay? So it's not like, you know, we do both, okay? With the OK modules, when we use them, we try to improve them or migrate them to a new version, and then we contribute that back to the community. So, you know, we're trying to have a good balance there in terms of, you know, what we contribute to the community and what we keep private.
What module was tested on OSH?
Sorry?
In OSH was tested on the OSH platform.
Oh, the SH, the Odoo.sh.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna work anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere it's for
With the
Odoo.
both editions, community and enterprise.
We mainly work with Odoo Enterprise, just by principles, but you know, this module will work on the community version. Actually, I forgot something in the tag. There's also the payment method. For example, here, you know, we have an authorized.net module also that works in the back end. You know, Odoo has one in the front end that works very well. We actually completely integrated with that at this point. But you know, we also our customers also like to process credit card in the back end. And so here, you know, you can have authorized.net, but then that also means that, you know, when you use this form of payment method, you're going to either authorize the credit card at the time you confirm the sales order, or you're going to process the credit card. And then, so, you know, you don't want them to do all those tests because you're going to use the customer credit card. So we have an option in the payment method to not do the credit testing, okay?
And for the calculation, for the payment, it take on consideration the overdue of the check. For example, if the customer give us a check with 13 days overdue, maybe this check is not paid. Is it take this on consideration to give him
I'm not
the
sure I
right
understand your question, but yeah, I mean, Odoo itself in the, you know, total credit use, you know, calculated field, you know, sum up all the account receivable. So, you know, payment, you know, has a difference on that. So yeah, it will be, any payment will be included. But you have the invoice, then it doesn't matter, right? It's compensated charge. So then, you know, that's So I'm not sure I understand the questions. I'm not sure.
I will give an example. For example, the customer give us 100 euro as a check, and the limit, the credit limit is 100 euro. When he give us the check, it means he can do.
Then he has a $200 credit limit at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he can do another quotation,
Yeah, so you can combine in any way you want. I mean, if the customer has $1,000 credit limit and they want to buy $1,500 worth of stuff, then they could send you a check for 500, and so you're going to use that plus their credit limit, and the whole system will work.
But suppose that the check is we didn't get the money from the check. It means that we give him a lot of quotations, and we didn't get money.
So that's a management decision, okay? Whether you accept the check or you wait for the check to clear.
But we can include it in the code to take in consideration overdue. We just take in account only the ones that has been collected.
Yeah, I mean, you have to assume that, once it's entering Odoo, it's fine, okay? I mean, and if it's not fine, then they'll have their accounting department taking care of that. I mean, that's,
Right. Does it work in a multi-currency environment?
why not? I mean, yeah, because the credit limit has no currency, so it's whatever the currency
It's the
you're using.
basic currency of the company.
Yeah, it's going to be, there's no currency involved.
Really? So, if I have.
That's why it's simple.
So, does it, so if I have a credit limit of $100 and I made an invoice with 300 shekels or another currency, which is equivalent to $100, does it give me that alert?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know, I haven't tried that. I mean, to be honest, all of our customers are US customers, so we haven't done much with the, internal, looking at that problem.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
lucky.
but
The
that's-
USA.
Sure,
You
I'll
would
take-
have
I'll
three
take
currencies,
lucky.
three
I'll
main
take lucky.
currencies.
I'll take lucky.
So as support at the customer level, right? Can we control the credit limit at the product level or product category level?
So you want to do credit limit based on the product? Okay, for me that's unusual, but I guess you could
So at the moment, the module doesn't support that.
No, I don't have money or edge for that. Anything else?
Have you considered DSO calculation to establish
The what?
days sales outstanding calculation to establish a credit limit?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Sorry.
Okay, the parameter you consider to understand if you are out of a certain credit limit is usually the day sales outstanding. How many days I'm out with my credit? You don't you know?
No, we keep it simple. You have credit right now.
Right.
So it's at the time you
It's
enter.
very simple, but a stock amount as a credit limit does not consider if one customer has made lots very high sales or very low sales.
Yeah, so you can change their credit limit, right?
I mean,
Because that's a good customer, so you're going to give them more credit.
What the accountant established as an objective parameter to understand if I'm out or in a reasonable range of credit is the DSO usually. So you could improve the model putting a credit limit as a stock of credit or as a DSO expressed in days. But
We can discuss
Yeah.
maybe afterwards, yes. Okay, anything else?
What is the standard functionality in order for credit control? There's none at all.
Actually, there was a module, but only for until the version 8, I guess.
So,
I know there's other, credit limit modules, but not from
Until
Odoo.
version
Odoo itself
8
is
version,
nothing, yeah.
this
Yeah, it's possible that there was an older version, but I'm not aware of
but there's nothing in Odoo itself. Like credit.
No, nothing but the aging schedules.
No, but I mean, it means that as an accountant, if I don't use this module, so I have to do it, on my own review of the outstanding invoices.
Use the
like,
use it.
Yeah, that's why all the whole customer use it.
yeah, so.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so much.